Yes, they have
This is going to be a wild ride.
Adult Swim, but it is a network.
Wait, is this on double speed? That's his normal speed, right?
Yeah, no, that's just how fast he talks.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
Now attempting to indoctrinate children in this particular lexicon, because it's not enough that they speak this language. It's that you have to speak the language too. In a sectarian war, you have to make sure that people know the rights and people know the rituals. And this is part of the rights and rituals.
Sectarian warfare.
Right. So this is about Cartoon Network introducing kids to, gender porn. Okay, first of all, here's the thing. Cartoon Network pushes multiple genders as opposed to
a single gender.
A single gender? Like, I think this title is not very like who are the people that are saying that there's not multiple genders? I think the debate is between two genders and more than two genders, which last time I checked
is
two is also multiple. So I don't know. Okay? So unless Ben is like pushing for one, what would that one? Oh, this is like a Saudi Arabia version, right? This is Ben Shapiro because you know the conference they had in Saudi Arabia where they were deciding if women are human, person.
No,
yeah. So. They agree that there's only one gender. So, yes, apparently there's only one gender, and is it male? Like I think I'm just gonna.
Well, of course, they're superior.
Yes, of course. Anyways, so there's one. According to Ben Shapiro, there's only one gender. Pushes multiple gender. Wow. Get your multiple gender conspiracy out of here. Okay.
Because it's not enough that they speak this language. It's that you have to speak the language too. In a sectarian war, you have to make sure that people know the rights and people know the rituals. And this is part of the rights and rituals, is adopting this sort of bizarre language and this bizarre philosophy of gender that nobody actually understands because it is utterly internally incoherent.
Is it though? Okay, it's one thing to claim it's unscientific, which I don't think it is. Okay, I think there's like, people being gender fluid or trans or all of that. This has been a known thing for ages, right?
Yes.
But even if it was unscientific, is it like, what did you say? How did you describe it?
I can't remember if it's the Talmud or some other ancient Hebrew text, but there are Hebrew texts that list 6 different types of genders or sexes.
That's it?
Of which, yes, is called tum tum or tum tum. And I remember that specifically because it's so good. Tum tum. And there was another one that was just andros.
There's no such thing as girls. I love that. No, wait, is this real? Are you sure about this, Susanna?
That they're a woman? That's Takia.
That's Takia. Yeah, but Susie, are you sure? There's like is this the Talmud?
I don't know if it's the Talmud or some other ancient Hebrew text.
Oh.
But it is an ancient Jewish text, or at least that's what was taught to me in a Jewish studies class. So maybe my professors were lying to me. But that's university.
I don't know if this was in Jewish text. That would be so ironic if it is. Let's make an entire live stream on that if it is. But I know
is that it's from Jewish text, yeah.
But my understanding is that since ancient times, people have noticed that there are some people that are not like fit the stereotypical male. And
that was my point. It's like, Ben, that history includes your people.
Yes. But look, what he's saying is
sure that people know the rights and people know the rituals. And this is part of the rights and rituals, is adopting this sort of bizarre language and this bizarre philosophy of gender that nobody actually understands because
nobody understands.
It is utterly internally incoherent.
Internally incoherent. It's actually not, even if it's wrong, even if it's unscientific, they have been writing about this and, documenting these things for generations now. And they have it very... Even if you disagree with it, maybe because Ben doesn't understand it, he thinks that nobody understands it. A lot of people do understand it. Even the people who disagree with it understand it. So
Is asking,
Ben, maybe Ben doesn't understand it.
could that have been class-based Reform Judaism? No, this is much more ancient than that. What I was talking about, anyways.
Cartoon Network put out a tweet yesterday.
Okay, this is where the triggering comes in. Okay.
I have the tweet ready, by the way.
Okay.
Here's to not only normalizing gender pronouns, but respecting them too. Whether you use he, she, them, or something else, we acknowledge and love you, right? Because
indoctrination, brainwashing. Oh no, look at this. Look at this brainwashing in process of children. Oh, whatever pronouns you use, we love you. We acknowledge you. I love you. Indoctrination. Are you serious? Okay, he better have like a really good argument. This is what triggers conservatives these days. Telling people that whatever pronouns you use, you're going to be loved. How could this be spent all of a sudden as indoctrination or brainwashing? If this is brainwashing, what is not brainwashing?
Because they always say their argument is always that you're confusing children by introducing this to them too young. That's always what it is.
What is so confusing about telling them whatever pronouns you use, we're gonna love you?
Educating them by sex at an early age. You confuse them by saying that people gay people could exist. That confuses them at an early age.
Okay, let me correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Let me be serious here with you guys right now.
Oh boy.
You know who that confuses? Adults. No, adults. It doesn't confuse children because children are so willing to accept, like they are like a sponge. You expose them to ideas and they're like, I guess this is how it is. This is how it is. The only people that get confused by stuff is when they were brought up a certain way and now they're being exposed to things that they're not used to. Okay? They keep saying, oh, children are going to get confused. Children are the least likely to get confused by stuff like this. In fact, if you want to normalize this kind of stuff, you do it with children. You're more likely to have success with children than you have with adults.
Offsheen has an interesting point. I wonder if Ben realizes that it's thanks to the same left that trans acceptance comes from, that he as a Jew is allowed to be a thought leader to the right. Laughing my ass off. Well, I mean, he actually still faces a severe amount of anti-Semitism from the right. Like he still does.
Yeah, but he appreciate the fact that his acceptance in a Western country is because of the left, because of the work that the left has done. That's what Afshin's point, right? Yeah, the fact that he's even accepted in a Western society is because of the groundwork that the left has done for him, not the right? I wonder if this tweet from Cartoon Network had said, right now it says, here's to not only normalizing gender pronouns, but respecting them too, heart emoji, okay? Whether you use he, she, them, or something else, we acknowledge and love you, okay? I wonder if Ben Shapiro, Mr. Shapiro here, would be highlighting this as indoctrination. Imagine if he had the same clip today, right? And the Cartoon Network tweet was saying, here's to not only normalizing, our being gay or lesbian, right? Whether you identify as gay, lesbian, or anything else, we acknowledge you and love you, right? I bet you if he was triggered by that right now, that wouldn't be received very well, right? Because that would be, right now it's easier to go after trans-related issues because the left has been so successful at normalizing. There's still a lot more to do.
After the gays. He still goes after the gays.
No, but not to this level of saying that we accept gay people, to call that indoctrination. Do you know what I mean? Like if we have tweets of saying like, oh yeah, let's respect people for being for let's tell people that are or gay or lesbian or bi that we love them and we acknowledge them, right? People don't they don't I don't think they go as far as calling it, oh, they're brainwashing, this is indoctrination, right? I think it's more popular right now. I think people have, like, the conservatives have accepted that they lost fighting against the normalization of LGB. It's the T that is now that they're trying to keep fighting.
Well, the T polyamorous community. They hate polyamorous people. Oh my god.
All right, let's see what he has to say. Maybe he makes it.
Live chat. Please provide us with links or any updates on Ben's recent opinions on the gay community, because I know what things were like a few years ago, but I feel like I need a more updated version on his stances.
Soha is saying children don't understand it. At their age, they don't really care as long as you treat them well and give them candy. Do you know what I'm going to say to that, Susie?
Oh, no.
What?
I don't know. I have some suspicions.
What is your suspicion?
Are you going to say we're coming for your kids?
No.
Oh, no.
Don't give your kids candy!
Oh, yeah!
Don't give your kids candy. Why are you poisoning your children with sugar, okay? Tweets like this are not harmful to children, okay? This is
Sugar
good.
is.
This is creating an accepting society. You know what's the real brainwashing of children that is happening? The indoctrination is telling them that candy is okay, okay? Candy is not okay. Stop poisoning your children with sugar. God damn it. Stop getting them used to eating sugar, okay? Anyways. I'm not even a parent and I'm getting, but this is what triggers me. It should be illegal.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, wait. Let's go through the rest of this clip.
Right. Wait, I wanted to say something else. Listen, the same. By the way, for people to say like, you're confusing their children. Okay, This is how obvious it is.
Sugar gay.
No, gay is good. Sugar is bad. Right.
Gay.
All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. You know how I know that this whole "don't confuse the children" is an excuse, and the actual underlying cause of all this is homophobia and transphobia. Yeah. Because they never say, oh, our children are going to get confused when you have Sleeping Beauty being kissed by a prince or Snow White being kissed by a prince, okay?
Oh no. You want to talk about confusing? Let's talk about the Beauty and the Beast, where she's literally in love with a straight up furry monster.
Yeah. Yes. Good point. How come they're not coming out and saying?
As a child, I was confusion.
Were you?
I was like, what the hell is
No, wait, okay. Actually, I never considered that. Okay, but yeah. Okay.
You know what confused me as a child? Watching Peter Pan. No, it wasn't Peter Pan. It was Robin Hood. Robin Hood, the Disney version, and being like, why is Robin Hood as a fox kind of hot? Like, that's confusing as a child.
Wait, that makes you a furry.
No,
is that why you hate furries? Maybe because you're. Yes, it does. Wait, what was Robin Hood? Yeah. Okay. No, seriously, right? So if kids can be exposed, if kids can be exposed to straight couples, being like, don't expose to the children to this degeneracy. How come it's not degeneracy when they're straight, and all of a sudden it's degeneracy if they're gay or trans, right? So it's not, if you had the same standards, you would consider that also degeneracy, right? Because they make it sound like they're showing 18 plus PORN movies to children in school, right? They're not. The same level of the level of attraction, possibility of attraction that the kids are exposed to when it comes to like, when it comes to trans, it's not even about attraction. It's just their mere existence, right? Yeah. So it's even less involved in sexuality than what you see in cis straight couples that the kids are exposed to in their love stories, in kings and queens, prince and princesses, knights and going and fighting for their love. Kids are exposed to that and they completely understand it. Like, oh yeah, this dude loves this girl and now he's going to war for her. He's killing a dragon for her. They're not confused. They understand the story. The kids, they understand the story. Why is it so hard? Like, oh, now we have a prince that is in love with another prince and now he's going to go fight a dragon to save the prince. If you could understand the prince going and fighting a dragon to save a princess, what's so confusing about now a prince might go want to fight a dragon because he is in love with another prince? Why is that all of a sudden confusing and the other one isn't? It's because you're a homophobe. That's why. It's because you're a homophobe. That's the answer, right? Anyways, let's continue.
Wait, Fatima say, maybe because you're in the closet furry, Susanna.
Yes.
Get out of the closet. Okay, maybe someone needs to walk me through what is considered a furry. Are there gradations to it? Is there a Kinsey scale for furries? Because what I have seen as a furry is no, not for me.
Maybe your issue is not with furry ideology, but furry people.
Ideology? It's an ideology now?
I don't know.
That's furry phobic. That's like saying there's a gay ideology.
All right. You're a furry phobe. You're a furry phobe. You are. You know that. You know you are. I think it's...
Yeah.
I think maybe the same... Maybe, yeah. Fatima is right. Because homophobes, a lot of them end up being gay. So you're probably a furry. You just don't know it yet. Anyways, let's continue.
Someone needs to explain this to me.
I mean, if you look at a fox and you're like, that's hot, how could you not be a furry? You looked at a fox.
It's a religion.
You looked at a fox and you're like, oof, I tapped that. 10 out of 10.
That's not what you thought when you were a kid.
Okay. All right, let's go. No, that's well, okay. Yeah, that's what you're thinking now. That's what I meant.
No.
No.
It was like Robin Hood just seemed like a boyfriend that I would want, like his character.
Okay.
You know?
All right, let's continue. We're getting into trouble.
I'm going to have to explain myself another time.
And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy. Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free. It's not even promotion. It's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.